Hello, this is the Chop Saki Otaku, and I want to talk about something very important that nobody else talks about. What countries have the best martial art movies, and what countries have the worst? And, well, actually it's a very good question, and it all depends on what time and all that other stuff. Well, it started out in the 70s, that when martial arts first came out, that it was Hong Kong, or I guess technically China now, since Hong Kong's part of China now, was the best martial art movies. And, Hong Kong or Japan would have some good ones, but definitely Hong Kong would be the best. I guess China would be the best. China would be the best, Japan would be second best, and all the horrible movies would be America. Although that came out a little bit later, maybe I don't think we even started doing martial art movies. I don't think America even started doing martial art movies till the 80s, I think. Maybe we did some in the 70s, maybe, but... Excuse me, I'm sorry. I coughed. But anyway, so America had the worst martial art movies ever. Where anywhere else, you know, China, Japan probably had good ones. China had the best. America had the worst. In recent years, actually, actually, we had a few. I'd say we had 3 good ones that we made overall. They're good. Big Trouble in Little China, The Matrix, and 2009's The Forbidden Kingdom. But anyway, basically, it's just kind of sad because whenever we do make a good martial art movie, it doesn't make any money. Usually, bad martial art movies in America make money, like Forbidden Kingdom and all those Jean-Claude Van Damme and Steven Seagal movies, and believe me, they're horrible. And believe me, Kung Fu Panda is worse than any Jean-Claude Van Damme, Steven Seagal, or Chuck Norris movie combined is worse than Kung Fu Panda. But anyway, we had the worst, and everybody knew it. It was usually, and China had the best, but in recent years, it's gone reverse. It's going reverse in terms of live action movies with wireworks. It's and other stuff with it's actually now becoming, America's becoming the best and China's becoming the worst. But that's more of a recent thing that started when Hong Kong went over to China. I don't know what's going on with the Chinese government, with the People's Republic of China, why they can't have the same level of martial arts action as the Hong Kong did back in the 70s and 80s. I don't know what happened. I don't know all the details, but something happened when Hong Kong went to China. I know that China, it has a communist dictatorship, and obviously, you know, the directors don't have the same freedom as they did when it was Hong Kong. And, you know, they don't really have much of a choice. It's either follow China or move to America, but then you have to deal with doing like a Jean-Claude Van Damme or Steven Seagal movie. And, God, those are probably horrible. I mean, look at Trey Hark. He did 2 Jean-Claude Van Damme movies, and after that, he returned and went back to China. I don't blame the guy. Hell, I would do it too. Hell, I would go to North Korea than do a martial art movie here. We only did 3 good ones, so I can't really blame the guy for that. I would do the same thing. In fact, I think he's becoming a better director because of that. Because he has. There you go. So anyway, as I was explaining, how did America become the best and China become the worst, when it used to be China was the best and America was the worst. It all started in around 1997 when Hong Kong returned to China. First, China released this horrible martial art movie called Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, which was a horrible martial art movie. When they started making these bad martial art movies, and they said, you know what we can do now? We can release a movie that is the equivalent of a Mandarin drama that Americans can see on TV, but get Academy Awards or at least critically acclaimed by critics, and people will buy them and stuff, and and buy money and stuff. So basically they're scamming you. Don't buy Crouching Tiger and Dragon or watch anything new from China. I've watched new stuff, and this isn't just with Crouching Tiger and Dragon, like this is a one event thing, and that it's like, okay, well that was one movie. Surely they'll have other good ones. But no! Every year I see stuff, even with names that are like cool names, like Bodyguards and Assassins. It's really lame, and the action scenes are so horrible, you could have swear this was an American martial art movie. The choreography is so horrible, you could have swear it was an American martial art movie. I saw that Bodyguards and Assassins with Donnie Yen. There's only one good fight, and it was like some guy who you didn't even see, who then ended up losing, like, in the next scene. And I was like, this guy is a good guy, and he's like kicking all these people's butts, but we don't see him fight the general at all. That would have been really awesome and cool. Anyway, but yeah, even though we made a good one and stuff, but that's it. Is America's doing the best? We've in reverse. China's doing the worst. In Japan, well, Japan will always play second fiddle because, I don't know, they have a lot of emphasis on weapons, I guess. They can't do a good martial arts scene unless somebody's holding a sword or a knife, and they can't really get the whole dancing, the whole choreography of two people fighting down. Well, it's still not as bad as, like, an American martial art movie. It's still pretty good, but I don't know. They just can't seem to get the same kind of, I don't know what it has to do with, but maybe it has something to do with Japanese culture, but the whole thing of people kind of dancing and fighting type of thing, they don't really seem to get that. They don't seem to really grasp it like the Chinese do. I will say that they will have it in some movies, but they can't really grasp what the importance of that or how to get that of people doing a dance fighting in a movie or choreographed fighting. They don't really try to do that a lot. But I think that has more to do with their culture and to do with that the emphasis is about a weapon, which they're really good at using weapon choreography, even in weapons that would normally be boring, because they're really good at making weapons good, like swords and stuff. Like the katana is a cool looking sword to use, and it's, I don't know, but they're more emphasis on the blood, not on the whole dancing thing. But I think that has to do more with culture, like a cultural thing. With the samurai sword is usually something that they like to use. So I think that's more of a cultural thing. So I don't really mind too much. But they're good, and even though, but that's about it. But yeah, but anyway, just want to say that, well, I just want to say that, that's about it, and that's how it came about. More videos will be on the way.